like the Bruce Banner of our world, right? Like he all of a sudden went Hulk and now he's like kind of based. Right? Elon Musk, Iron Man. Donald Trump, Captain America. Kanye West, Black Panther. You had your dream team completely set up there.
And we circle back around.
Since we don't have famous people on yet, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, wait, what? What do you mean? What do you mean? I thought I was your famous
Well,
guest.
hold up. Hear me out. So we can have Ryan from down the street. And that's like a popular guest. But to anybody who wouldn't know anybody here anyways, it's not a big deal.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like, it's great. It's honestly awesome. Because I don't know if that's like part of the B tier bit. I have no idea. I know Brad was like, it'd be really funny if you just had like chiropractors on, like local doctors. There's like nobody famous, but it's just like people that you just have in your life. Your barber, your barber from down the road. You
Pick
know?
out your favorite bartender.
Yeah. Mike, the D&D player. Like you just have people coming in.
Would it only be for that brief of time, just like 2 minutes? Just like, hey, we set up on the mic and then he leaves, you know?
Yeah. Well, something like that. But yeah.
Next.
Yeah. But I just wanted, so like, you know, just very formally here, Ryan, welcome. Also,
Thank you.
we've only had one other Ryan on.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you're like the guest. So like, it is a little different. It's a little different.
Well, and the second Ryan, it fits in with B, right? So you don't want to be the first.
Yeah. You never want to be first, actually. Because if you if you're first, then you're the one setting up what you have to do when you go here, you know? You want to be the second. Because then you know what to do, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, you're not going to be the first person to dive out of an airplane, right?
Well, no.
You want to watch somebody do it
You'd be
first.
the first one because you set this all up.
I have not done anything.
Debatable.
The only thing that I did was bring a gray hat. And I'm introducing our new merch, guys. B tier pod.
Check it
Follow
out.
us
It's
over
great.
everywhere. Yeah. Follow us on Twitter and everything else, I guess. But yeah, I don't know. Beer in hand, whiskey ready to pour.
So ready for that.
Yeah.
I would say can't go wrong with a New Glarus.
Are you like a whiskey drinker at all?
Not really, but I'll still have it. It's just not like my preferred drink. So
Okay. What is your preferred?
Me personally, I'm not a huge drinker, but I'll usually just have like a beer or two. But again, if you have something, I'm more than willing to partake in.
Okay.
Enjoy some whiskey with you guys.
We have a little bit.
We have a few. We don't even drink that often, you know? Like, honestly, we only drink like twice a week, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't drink when I'm not.
Maybe 3 times.
Maybe 4.
Yeah,
Yeah, 5.
I mean,
depends on how
any
many
day
times
that
you
ends
have
with
people
Y,
over.
right?
Yeah, any day that ends with day. Yeah.
I mean, I feel like this is a good enough excuse. I'm just finishing up my vacation here, so
Yeah.
why not have a few drinks?
Which
with
we might
some
have to talk
friends?
about here in a second. But like, what did you do on vacation?
Yeah, so I actually attended a convention all weekend in Chicago. It was MagicCon. So if you guys aren't aware,
I forgot. I didn't want to ask now.
a little card game called Magic the Gathering at a convention in Chicago this weekend.
You can
And-
pour that for him and you, because I don't know how much is left. You know, like I'm always worried about like how much is left in the bottle. Because sometimes I just go heavy. And I'm like, oh, I'm going to use the rest of this. Yeah. It's like, whoops. Didn't mean to pour an entire glass of whiskey.
The whole bottle.
Yeah.
Oh no,
Well,
it's
so-
so heavy.
You went to
I gotta keep going. Oh no.
You went to a magic convention.
Yes, sir. Hey,
Not the magic I was thinking. I thought he was gonna be like a magician, you know? I was like,
Chris
come on.
Angel, mind freak. I get it.
yeah.
Yeah,
Say,
He's
I'm
gonna
not-
make the fish bite tomorrow. Yes, like.
Well, I do have a couple tricks for that, but I can't share those. You know, you gotta
That's
keep
funny.
those hidden.
Oh, come on.
The magician never reveals his secrets. That's what they
True
say.
magic player never does.
I see.
But yeah, no, it was a great time. I went down with my roommate and just played some games, picked up a couple cards I was looking for, and had a great time. Met some new people, and overall, just great time in the city.
Yeah. That sounds like it could be fun. I'm not like a magic player at all. Like I don't know. How long have you been playing Magic?
Really only since the start of the pandemic, so not super long.
Okay. Well,
so-
it's like 5 years, man.
I guess, yeah, you know.
Now, look at that.
Don't remind me. Don't remind me.
It's half a decade, dude.
Yeah. So I guess coming up on a few years now, but it was a game my buddies introduced me to because we were hanging out, and you couldn't really go out anywhere, so it's a great thing to do at home. And
Yeah, you're
hang out
like,
with
I'm
your
gonna become a nerd now. That's what a lot of people did, though. To be fair.
well,
Like-
their activities are inherently inside. I feel like so
Yeah.
works out.
Did you ever like? Okay, so like when the pandemic ended and like everybody was like, whatever, we're done with all of that or whatever. Did you like go back outside after, or did you just keep playing Magic?
No,
Be
I
honest.
mean, I had to take a little break. I had to start fishing again, but I mean, I'll be honest. You gotta find the good balance, You do the fishing when the fishing time's good, and you gotta find something to do in between. So
Yeah. Because you guys like that's how I ran into you outside of work was like fishing through him. But I only really go when you go.
I go all the
But
time.
you go every day.
That's our plan for tomorrow.
I go all the time.
Yeah, but I haven't been out on the ice this year at all, and I'm not gonna. Probably
I've
do
offered
that.
so many times.
I know.
I'm like, hey, I'm going out tomorrow.
Yeah, and I'm just like, I'm good. I don't want to fall in. Like I'm one of those people.
It's too cold.
I will say, ice fishing, while maybe not my most preferred way, is still very fun, and that's how you catch the big northerns, as what I see. So, I'm there to catch a big fish with my buddy Phil.
What's the biggest fish you've ever caught?
Biggest fish would have to be a sturgeon. I caught about 2 years ago. I was at just a little beach. I was actually just fishing with worms, pan fishing. And I was in my lawn chair. I had a beer in hand. I had my rod set out. I was just relaxing. And
You gotta catch something. If
Yeah, I
you're
was
not
like-
catching a fish,
you gotta catch a buzz, right? And I see my rod just shoot down. And normally when I see a big bite like that on a worm, I'm assuming it's like a sheephead or something. These big kind of bottom feeders that they put up a decent fight if they swim off in the wrong direction, but they're stupid and half the time will just swim to shore, so they'll kind of help you drag them in.
Mm-hmm.
That's what throws you off, because then you just like set the hook and you don't feel anything. And you start reeling, and then all of a sudden the weight's there, and you're just like, okay.
Exactly, and they're they're
Fish
nice
on.
fish. They're
Fish on.
Like, yeah,
Yeah.
all right, you're doing the work for me.
they get big, but I don't want to ruin the fight. That's half the fun. But
You're supposed to run away from it.
yeah.
Like,
But I go to set the hook, and instantly I can tell. I'm like, okay, this feels big, so I'm like, maybe it's a bigger sheephead or something.
or
But then,
cat, maybe.
Yeah, maybe part dinosaur. Yeah. you
right,
don't really know.
right.
Yeah.
Well, not that part yet. I'm casting 30, 40 feet out. I got a big sinker on there. I'm bottom fishing, so it's far out there. So I'm giving it time reeling in. It's not a super long fight, but as I'm getting closer to shore, it just starts fighting like no one's business. And at this point, it's only maybe 6-7 feet of water, and I can start seeing it start to surface a bit, and I see what looks like a fin, and I'm like, wait a minute, that's not a sheephead. And, I keep getting it closer. I don't have a net or nothing. I'm just pan fishing, so I brought minimal equipment. I brought my rod and my stuff to relax and chillax for the rest of the evening. And I start getting closer to shore, and I start to panic. At this time I wasn't really huge into fishing. I again just mainly pan fished, and I see this thing, and I'm like, holy shit, I just catch a shark. Like I see this thing.
dinosaur.
You're like looking around, fresh water, right? Like
Yeah, and there's no one else on the beach.
Yeah.
Like I'm completely by myself, so there's no one around. I'm like kind of looking. I'm like,
Those are
is
the
this
good
real?
days. Those are the good days.
Exactly, and this beach
So
too.
you're saying this is a made up story because you have no witnesses.
well, here's the thing.
He's got pictures. He's got
I got the picture.
All right.
But as I'm reeling it in, I'm looking, and I try to find its mouth, and that's when I realize it's on the bottom. So I'm like, okay, I know this thing isn't gonna bite my hand off.
yeah.
It's a bottom feeder, so I get a little more confident. I drag it into the sand a little bit off the water, and I'm looking at this, and of course I had to take a picture because you got to have the proof
Gotta
for
have
it.
proof.
And I'm just kind of sitting there in awe, and I don't have like a measuring tape or anything, so I can't get the exact length. So what I end up doing is going in my tackle box and pulling out a bobber and taking the bobber and measuring it bobber by bobber.
Oh my
So
God.
when I got home, I took the
Measure
bobber
the
and
bobber.
measured the bobber, and I was
Alright.
like, okay, so give or take, it was about 3 feet or so.
Mm.
Oh,
yeah.
my. So about 11 and a half bobbers.
Give or take. I mean, depending on how cold it was, but
Ah.
right. So again, biggest fish I caught, but I unfortunately I couldn't get a picture with me actually holding it, but I did get a picture of it on land with the line still attached to it.
Yeah.
That's tough to do. Like,
Oh yeah.
Like, try to get it in.
I didn't bring my tripod in today.
All right, hey guys, I'm glad you can join me. I found this fish here.
I forgot to develop my film. Okay.
I should have invited you guys. Only if I would have known.
I didn't even know you back then. You know? No, that's crazy though. That's like a good fish catching story.
Exactly.
You know?
And it was funny enough. Like I know I said I was by myself, but like 2 minutes later, this guy comes out of the woods on the other side of the beach with his
do you know
dog.
I run?
And I like go up to him. So I'm like, I still wasn't sure. I'm like, I know it's not a shark. I don't know a lot of fish species at the time. So I'm like, come up to this guy. I show him the picture. I'm like, hey, I just caught this like 10 minutes ago. Do you know what it is? And he's kind of looking at it. He's like, you caught that here? I'm like, yeah, like not even 10 minutes ago. And he's like, that's a sturgeon. I go, no, really?
And that was in like the river around here too, right?
Yeah, that was just around here.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And
so
just on a
that's
little local
nuts.
beach.
They're,
So
they're around.
Yeah.
Well,
I doubt it, but yeah.
I caught 4 of them last year.
All right. And, you know, sturgeon, I guess, always scared me because it makes me think that like
Dinosaurs are real?
dinosaurs are still real.
They
Yeah.
are. They are.
Yeah, like alligators, crocodiles. I hate all of them. You know
well,
what I mean?
aren't
Birds.
chickens like the closest like living relative to the dinosaurs or something like that?
Yeah, birds. Yeah, all of them.
All
I think
birds, yeah.
pterodactyls, birds,
Mhm.
same thing pretty much. I don't know. I think pterodactyls got a little bit larger than like, you know, a pigeon.
I don't know. I never saw one.
But I don't trust pigeons.
You
like
didn't?
it's kind of the same.
I know pigeons are wild.
I don't trust crows.
That's one thing. Being in Chicago this past week, and I also visited New York this past fall. Pigeons do not care in big cities.
No.
They'll walk right up to you. They'll trying to stare you down if you got food out. They're
They'll
not
attack
afraid.
you. Yeah.
Oh yeah, they have cameras in their eyes. I'm pretty sure the FBI sets them up. Wasn't that like the whole theory?
was
Like,
just like the
they
birds
needed
are
to change the batteries
Well, you-
during COVID, so they locked us all down.
You're not supposed to say that on the podcast.
Oh yeah.
edit this part out. Yeah, this didn't happen.
We just got canceled again.
I was saying, I'm afraid a little bit worse than canceled.
You know, that's the way to go out. Honestly.
Wait, now the doc's gonna be police for real.
Yeah. No, it's FBI, dude. Like, open
Oh,
up.
they're kicking in the door.
Yeah.
FBI, NSA, it's like they got the whole crew.
Yeah.
Just let us go
we
fishing
thought
one
they
more
were
time.
fans outside, but really.
Wow, they're really loving this
They were
episode
real
so
onto
far.
us.
Yeah. Oh man, I'm gonna go ahead and cheers to the birds changing their batteries, and also to
the
your
government.
sturgeon that you caught, because that's pretty baller.
Cheers. I already had a little taste.
That's okay. You guys are drinking like the
Ocean.
good stuff. This is Oceans.
You gotta put the rest of that in the decanter.
Yeah, that was what was I about to do, and then I don't know how much is left in here. I,
Yeah, I could tell this is a lot smoother than the whiskey I've had before. So
This is
This
top
is a good
shelf.
one,
That's
yeah.
a top
Yeah,
shelf
yeah.
one. I think Trey brought it, so shout out to Trey.
Yeah.
We ended up trading a bottle. I want to say we traded
What'd you bring that?
3 wood, I think. Dexter.
Dexter. Yeah.
And we had a couple
Yeah.
sips of that on pod too, and that was like I think it
Yeah.
was a pretty decent trade.
And
Like,
he's
it
just
was-
like, oh, I'll
it
trade.
was both
this.
top shelf liquors, but I definitely spent like half the amount that he spent, so I don't know.
Yes.
But
so
you
I'm
know,
hearing is
He
you're
got it on a
profitable.
deal. He got it on a deal.
whiskey is one of those things too where it's like you can drink top shelf all you want to, and like sometimes you'll find a mid shelf that just like hits harder than everything else that you drink, you know?
Well, I have a buddy who's obsessed with wild turkey, and
Oh, my God.
God rest his soul, but people like what people like. So
Yeah. Oh, that's nasty though.
Has he had good whiskey? Like,
Yeah.
like
So there's a,
no comment. No comment.
there's a bottle of wild turkey honey that I gave to Jeff like 4
Oh,
years
man.
ago as a joke, and it's still like half full.
I
on the
wonder
shelf.
why. I wonder why.
Yeah, me too, dude. It's like one of the best. Like I was like, dude, what? Are you like, I
He's
felt
aging it.
disrespect.
He's aging it.
Yeah, he's aging it in the bottle. Yeah, because that's how people do it. Yeah,
He's saving
Like
it
a
for a really
fine
rainy
wine,
day.
you know?
yeah, for a very rainy day. It has to be.
That's what I did with my bottle of Everclear too. I was saving
That's what he
it.
put it in his time capsule.
Yeah. Yeah, if I could put something in his time capsule, that's what I would put for sure. So like a couple, I don't know, was that the interrupted episode when we asked that? Or was that like, I think I asked it again on a
I
different.
think we asked it again
So
after.
if you had a time capsule, what would you put in it? Say it was like the size of, You know those old like Christmas popcorn buckets?
Okay, yeah, like the
Those
holiday
that have like
ones.
the
Tins?
caramel,
Yeah,
like the
yeah,
funny
yeah.
popcorn. If it was that big and you had to bury that somewhere, what are you putting in there?
Well, I'd have to at least throw a crankbait for all the ones I'd lost before, but
Oh my God, they don't make these anymore.
70 years later. Crankbait, those were outlawed in the 50s.
this thing is black market. You know,
What are you using?
going for
Hey, what's you
Cinco
throwing
worms?
over
Cinco
there?
worms?
What are they biting on? The end of my line.
Yeah, they actually outlawed hooks in the future.
Yeah.
I don't want to live in that
They're
future.
unsafe.
All right. Bam.
Too many fishing vessels.
The harpoon guns, like the rocket launchers.
Well, funny that mention that. I don't.
Dynamite.
That reminds me of a video that I saw
Whole
over this
pools of
weekend.
fish, dude.
Unlimited out.
There was this cop. I don't know how long ago this was, but he got called in for a dog that had gotten loose in the neighborhood. Not like violent or anything, but this dog was blind and deaf. So the officer was like, came up and was super kind and was like calling, trying to get him to come here, right? And then out of nowhere, he cocks his gun and then shoots this dog. Literally just unloads, I think, 2 or 3 bullets in this dog for no reason because it wasn't listening and coming here.
Because it's deaf.
It's deaf and blind.
It's
Yeah.
deaf and blind. Which,
Did you
just
put
go-
it in Braille? Like, what do you mean, cop?
I was gonna say, I don't know what you expected, but it was
You
like
didn't send the smoke signal. He would have smelt that. You know.
exactly. But it was like one of those little. It was one of those
You gotta
like
put
little
George in your
dogs.
pocket.
You
That's
just
how
got.
it gets.
You just gotta go pick it up at that point. You know.
But I don't know. I saw that and I was like, "What does the world come to?" You're afraid of a little. It was one of those
I
little.
kind of
Like,
want to like watch
purse
that.
dogs.
I wish we could like watch that and break it down. Cause
Yeah,
yeah, that's so crazy.
I wish I saved it. I just
just
found it
like-
while scrolling on Instagram.
It's just
it
like
was
the
a-
cops walking into the apartment and just start shooting. You know.
Yeah,
Like,
I've seen videos like
the
that, too.
difference, You know.
I saw a video where like I think it was in Iowa somewhere, but the cop like got attacked by a dog and it really just kind of like ran up to him quickly and then he started unloading into it. But like there's a mom who's like running out onto the porch after the gunshots start, and then like her 2 kids are in the front lawn
Oh my
playing.
god!
So like I can't believe like just spatial
Trauma.
awareness is
Mhm.
like not even existent for that cop
Yeah,
cop
like
at all.
trauma.
And people like gone back into like his history of like complaints and all that stuff. And
That-
obviously there's like a bunch of them.
Yeah,
That school story is
but-
wild. A cop came to my house last night and shot my dog.
Yeah, for
Right.
no reason.
I was saying
And
it's never like the first time they do it. There's
Well,
always stuff before.
this is the thing
got
too.
caught with something
He had
before, yeah.
ran over a dog, not even like a
Really?
month prior.
What's he got
and
against
killed it.
dogs, bro?
Yeah.
They help them out all the time.
Yeah, he was only allowed cats as a kid, so he never grew up with them.
Not
he was
a
allergic.
fan. Yeah, he's allergic
But
to
but he's
them.
got to
sniffle
work with
whenever
one.
he wants.
Yeah, he's got a lieutenant. But
He's got
yeah,
one
he
on the
can't-
squad, bro.
Yeah.
Maybe he's got some beef with some of the canine dogs. You know, he had a little bit of.
Oh, they
something
found
in
him. Oh, yeah.
He got
Yeah.
busted for it.
Well, it's nuts too, because like you hear, I don't know, like obviously we've had a cop on here before, right? And like
Well,
his perspective
allegedly.
is completely
Right,
different than
yeah.
like what an average person would go through. And it's like,
Mhm.
what do you mean? Like we all know how dogs approach people. I can get if it was like a pit bull, you know,
Exactly.
like maybe if there's like a pit bull or a Doberman
Or
literally going for
Rottweilers.
your
Yeah,
going for
like-
your throat, but.
Well, I feel like it's intuitive. Like you can tell with a person. You know, if I'm coming up to you, I'm waving hi, and you know, I'm greeting you with a smile. I'm like, hey, what's up?
Yeah.
You know, versus I'm running up to you, not saying anything. I'm just dead sprinting towards you with my
Drawing.
my hand in my pocket. Like, what are you thinking? Like,
Yeah.
you got to read the
He's got a
situation.
crankbait.
Yeah, those are illegal.
Those are illegal. But you know, as a cop, you know, unfortunately, that is something. Since you are in this position of power and you have authority over people's lives during situations, you are
Allegedly.
held to this higher. Yeah, allegedly.
Allegedly.
You should be held to this higher standard, and you should be able to read these situations. What is friendly and what is
yeah.
an actual threat?
Well, like obviously there's people that are just like gonna charge you with a knife or something like that,
Mhm.
too. And I've seen videos of that where it's like a guy, will just be standing there in an alley, hand in pocket, and then like the cop just doesn't like fast check them real quick, and then
Mhm.
like they're within that like closed gap. It's 7 yards, 10 yards. You can't
They
draw
just-
in that, and then they just stab them to death. And it's
Mhm.
like it feels unprovoked on both sides. Like, why is like a guy just standing waiting for a cop to stab? Why
is
is
the
it
cop
also,
walking on some
Why is
dude
the-
just randomly standing in the
also
alley? You
that
know,
too. Like, why is the cop not like keeping distance and asking from far away? You don't have to greet people the same way if they're just shady.
and you don't always have to go lethal.
Yeah,
No.
that's the other thing too, right? I don't know though. Like, part of me is like,
Like if they're
I kinda
charging me,
feel where the
maybe,
cop-
but like
I feel kind of where the cops are though, where you would just go lethal right away.
Mhm. Well, I would say if they're on something, like, what is it? I don't think it's like there's some drug out there where like
PCP.
where
meth,
like
Crocodile.
people are getting
Yeah.
tased and they're just not going down.
Yeah.
Like they
Plant
just stay
food,
charging.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I remember, what was it, like the crocodile stuff when that was
Crocodile.
around? People would take like 8 or 9 rounds to the,
Eating
to the
people's
chest.
face.
And they're just going.
Yeah.
They're so going.
And I remember that being like a zombie scare way
Yeah.
back because people were like, this guy's on the highway taking like 4 or
Bring
5
it.
shots and he's just like walking through
not
it,
in the
you
dome.
know?
One in the dome.
Yeah, one in the dome. That's
Done.
always
Come on,
been the
people.
plan.
Zombie rules.
Come
Like,
on.
we know this.
Yeah, we know this.
Headshots
but,
only.
you know,
Ah,
you
perks of
can't.
being a nerd,
It's
I
really
guess.
hard to hit a headshot, honestly, with a pistol or anything. If you're like close, like even
I'm bringing the
you have to be
shotty.
within like 10 yards. Usually.
Bringing the shotty. No, I got him.
Yeah. What is your zombie weapon of choice, Ryan?
I mean, I feel like that's kind of a loaded question.
It is.
What kind
Yeah.
of zombies are we talking about? That's the first thing. We
So
gotta
okay,
Like,
World War Z
we-
zombies first. We'll,
World
we'll
War Z
tackle the hard
zombies.
ones.
I feel like you have to go for something ranged because like you're giving yourself up to, you know, a lot of potential bites and infection if you're going with like melee weapon.
Oh yeah.
So like probably gotta go with like a shotgun or something.
Okay.
Well-
Shotgun is like not range though. I don't think of it as
But like
range.
No.
because you don't. Here's the thing: you don't want to be shooting them at far range. Like you're going silently. You're not trying to draw attention yourself. You're conserving your
true.
ammo.
I was like, yeah,
you're
I'm
saving
gonna-
it for.
saving it for a rainy day.
You're
Yeah.
saving it for
Like my
when they're
wild
about to
turkey.
bite your face off, and
You
you,
get
Yeah.
close.
you need an
I'm
out.
sitting still. You get close.
Yeah.
Like,
Those ones are tough though, because those are fast.
Mhm.
Like the second you shoot, they're gonna be there, right?
that's why I got silence on my shot.
Yeah, silencers do not work like they do in movies, man. Trust me.
But like if you're talking like the slow shambling sort of zombies,
yeah, like Walking Dead ones.
Yeah, I feel like katana is kind of the generic answer. Maybe.
Mm.
Do you want to be generic though?
I feel
Baseball
like
bat with the spikes on it,
Yeah.
Negan's bat. You know,
honestly, I feel like even just finding like a makeshift spear would be good enough. Something like very basic, because if you look at like historically battles throughout time, like pikes and spears are the easiest weapons to use. You don't need training. Like I'm not out here like I don't have any combat training with swords or any sort of fantasy weapon. So just a basic pokey stick that's gonna get them in the brain and put them down. That's what you need.
yeah, like a hatchet, something you can
hatchet would
just,
be-
or a hammer,
Well,
something you can just hit.
Give me the chainsaw.
the chainsaw.
Yeah. All right. Chainsaw runs out of batteries though.
We'll figure something out.
You start
Yeah.
swinging a giant
I'll just swing it,
chainsaw
yeah,
around.
like a baseball bat.
Yeah.
Well,
Who's-
the real thing is you got to have the backup on the backup. So, you know, you have the spear for long distance, you got the hatchet, for, you know, for
Yeah.
closer swinging, and then the chainsaw if you want to, I don't know, have some fun, I
Cut him up,
guess.
Chuck. Cut him up, Chuck.
Yeah. I always wonder, like, I don't know what would set that off, you know, like a zombie apocalypse, but I feel like I would be like ready for it. I feel like that's one of
You're
the
ready.
few ones I've been prepared for.
I don't know if any exists, but I would like to see like a show or a movie where there's a zombie apocalypse in a universe where people are like super into zombies. Like if it happened in our world. So it's like people know what zombies are. They know how to kill them. Like people are very kind of prepared. Like,
Yeah, all
what
the
does that
movies
look
are just
like?
like, oh, what's that?
Like,
Yeah.
oh my God, he's biting his face off. Should I get close and try to help him?
Yeah.
I should go help. No, you should shoot.
Ryan's like, I don't want one where they don't even know what zombies are. They just call
I
them
turn them off.
walkers.
I just go, I've seen
biters."
this too many times.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. No, that would be a good like TV
well,
show.
it's like all the
I think.
scary movies too. It's like, oh, I know who's gonna die. Like, oh,
Exactly. It's like,
Yeah.
you know, you see it coming.
Yeah.
don't go down. Don't open that door.
I'm
Please
leaving.
don't.
I'm leaving now. Yeah.
I think, you know, like I think horror movies kind of need to like play off that meta of like people already know kind of
Mhm.
like what is coming, but like, yeah, I don't know, Cabin
That's
in the
what I
Woods.
wanna make
Cabin
one.
in the
Yeah.
Woods comes to mind. It's like that meta movie where it's, you know, every trope,
Mhm.
but they like curveball you at
Yeah,
the end,
yeah,
and it
like-
has nothing to do with like, you know,
That's
it's like
what
an
I
M.
want
Night
to do. I'm
Shyamalan
like,
twist.
I want to
almost.
make it think I'm going this way, I'm going that way. You
Yeah.
know, like
Mhm.
I'm gonna hit you out of nowhere.
It's so
Like,
much easier said than done. But I think like a zombie movie where like people already know what zombies are, that would be because like it wouldn't kill everybody because you'd have like, oh, this is like exactly like The Walking Dead,
Yeah,
you know?
Oh,
We're
go
not
for
calling
the
them walkers, we're calling them zombies. So like, a direct quote from that show or whatever.
And then, that makes me wonder, like, would it still kind of play out? Like, would you have giant bands, or like, would you still have kind of rogue government groups that are still
they'd try.
in somewhat control of?
They
certain
would try.
areas?
Yeah, I think everybody like opportune like eyes is on that pretty hard,
Mhm.
right? Like they just are ready to like, I don't know. There's people out there who, if there's like a power vacuum anywhere, they'll just fill it immediately.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like the Middle East. Like anything a regime falls, like 10 groups are there to
Mhm.
fill it.
Yeah, I guess that's just.
But
kind of
I don't
like
know if a government
nature.
falls if they know like what to. I don't know what the government preparedness zombie apocalypse plan is.
Mhm.
I don't
Well,
know how good it is.
I feel
FEMA
like
and all that. I don't know.
just looking at kind of like at least the history of the United States, like during World War II, they had government plans for an invasion of each of the major powers. So like they had one for the UK, they had like plans to invade Canada, all this, and obviously they were not
we might need
realistic.
we might need those
Yeah.
ones shortly.
I would say maybe now they're coming back into use, but at the time
But they gotta come through us first.
yeah, we'll prove them.
Well,
Yeah.
literally Minnesota, Wisconsin, they have to come through us first.
They'll use our fishing boats.
No.
Good luck getting across.
Yeah, they won't get down to Mississippi. at
You know
all.
how many hunters are in those two states? Millions.
I'll say we have some of the best deer in the
could take
country.
Canada
We
in,
have
like, a
our
weekend,
own
dude.
army if we need to. We'll be sitting in the woods waiting for them.
I'm not gonna diss Canada.
No
okay?
longer wearing
But-
orange either.
Bring it.
But I'm gonna be honest, our like NYPD could probably take you guys out in a weekend, okay? Like I think we have like
That's a lot of
third-
credit to those cops.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's a lot of credit to them. But like honestly, they're like a third of the Canadian military budget or something like that. So like yeah, I think we could take them out in a weekend.
I think we'd be fine.
Yeah.
Our military doesn't even have to get involved with this one. Like, we got this.
Yeah, that
They're
would
just
be a
sending in
good
the
TV
citizens.
show.
Go ahead, open season.
That would be a good TV show. The
Bring back your
51st.
kill.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm stacking.
Or
it.
we just send the Yoopers up there. Like honestly,
Sign me up.
Michigan, the Upper Peninsula could take them out.
And me.
2
I'm going.
days.
I'm going just for fun. I'm Kyle Rittenhouse in this.
We're bringing back
That's
Manifest
my
Destiny.
territory.
We're bringing
I own
back.
Waukesha. Okay. I am the one who shoots. God.
I think we're all done with that one.
I am the shooter.
I think it's like Manifest Destiny. You go up there and you conquer any land, it's rightfully yours, right?
It is, yeah.
Yeah, so
yeah.
you defeat the Canadians, it's your
We
land
take the
now.
Panama Canal back. Like we just do what we need to do. We take Mexico as well.
I take it. I go.
We'll claim.
You're not allowed.
It was actually really funny. Like, when Trump was kind of announcing the like whole Panama stuff, he's like, "I'm gonna take back the canal." My parents were actually on their way to a mission trip in Panama, so I was
my
going around joking around like my
They're on
parents
their
are
way. They are on
they're the
their
first
way.
troops.
Americans are coming.
That is their mission.
My parents are the ground troops. Day zero invasion. They're to take
zero.
Panama.
They were there.
The sleeper cells are here.
-1.
Yeah, the Bay of Pigs is back, baby. Oh man, that's fantastic.
Imagine being like a Panama like native and seeing that on the news, and then like all these Americans come for a mission trip. You're like,
all of them are FBI, huh?
It's like, wait a minute, all these white suburban Midwesterners.
why do they look
Afraid
like?
of them.
Why do they look like children?
Why do they keep trying to offer me beer and shake my hand?
The blood of Christ, huh?
Interesting.
Are your parents like religious then? Are they like mission trip like that kind of religious?
I believe this was their first mission trip, so it's not something they do often. But yeah, my dad has been working for churches since I was born, essentially.
What denomination?
Non-denominational, actually. So,
Okay. All right.
he's worked at a few different churches. What we've kind of believed is like more just come as you are sort of vibe. Like, we don't want to judge. Like, obviously no
They're the
one's
good
perfect.
ones. They're the good
We
ones.
we try to be.
Sure.
We try to be. Obviously, like religion's in a weird spot. Like I do believe that God exists, but
I didn't know we had to go this deep.
yeah.
You asked.
I was saying, yeah, you're the one who
Oh,
brought
you
it
son of a gun.
you got me.
Yeah.
But
Grandpa's on.
we'll pull it back a bit. We'll pull it back a bit.
Yeah.
But my dad is like he's not a pastor because he didn't go to school for it, but he's a preacher, I believe is the technical term. So
Okay. All
he for a while worked here in Wisconsin, in town where we're at, and he recently got offered a new job a couple hours away. So he before was like a IT financial director,
Okay.
worked for the church, so he's always kind of been IT more. But he recently graduated from college a couple years ago, so he's been kind of looking and pursuing other options and
Gotcha.
decided to do that.
The mission trips are cool, man. Like the just going somewhere and being like, I don't know anything about this, but let's go.
Exactly.
You know?
And it wasn't like pure like preaching either. Like it was also like humanitarian
Probably
help.
building homes.
Yeah,
and,
I think they were building
Have
a
you
school.
Have you ever done anything like that?
Not like anything overseas. Like I've done like local, like I actually went to a Christian school for like my first 7 or 8 years of
Okay.
schooling, and like we did a kind of local program where like during the fall we would go around to homes who either had like elderly folks who couldn't kind of clean up their own yards or whatever,
Kind of like Meals on Wheels and
kind of, but like for
Yeah.
yard work and like Midwestern stuff. So it was actually, I think, my 6th grade year, my first year of middle school. I did this for my school, and we got assigned to a farm, and they had us clear out horses' stables from over the winter. So we were shoveling horse poop for about 2 hours.
It's horrible.
Yeah, and
I'm tired of this, Grandpa. That's too damn bad.
you know,
Back to work, kid.
I get back to school because this is on a Saturday, by the way. So I gave up one of my weekend
My
days.
whole
to do this.
weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah, my whole weekend in one time.
My
yeah.
friends are like, yeah, I gotta rake some leaves in a backyard or something like that.
Oh,
and
yeah,
like me and my
yeah.
buddy we're like, yeah, we just shoveled poop for the last 2 hours.
It's like community service, man.
Yeah, but
That's good though.
it's
That's
gotta
good.
get done. So
You ever think about like doing that again?
Shoveling poop.
Not
shoveling poop.
you know, maybe you're above that now. You're like, I'm educated now, but you know,
At work, some days it be like that.
yeah, it
was
really
gonna
do be.
say,
It do
does.
be like it was, you know.
I mean, I've thought about it, but also
Doing like a
just-
AmeriCorps or anything like that.
It's also, unfortunately, like back then, it's a lot easier when you don't work full time and you don't have to pay rent and everything. And
Oh, you have to pay rent now? No,
unfortunately, yeah.
Dang, can't
that
relate.
sucks.
No.
Sorry, we're not 10 years ahead like you.
Yeah,
I'm
sorry, I'm
not
not
either.
making buku bucks off the podcast. So. But obviously, like it's still something I believe in. Like, more kind of what I've turned to is like, seeing kind of like homeless people on the corner and just like picking them up like a sandwich at the gas station or something like that. Just kind of like your local like.
Half
Yeah.
of them
Little
make more
things.
money than I do.
Half of them won't accept a sandwich. So they have
No, they're only-
diabetes or something.
Yeah.
Because that happens a lot. Like you go to like help somebody and they're just like, I don't want your help.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, okay. I'm sorry. I tried.
But they'll ask me for a cigarette. I'm like, no.
Yeah, no. My
Yeah.
rule is if you're asking for like food or water, I'll get it for you. Like there's been multiple times where like when I lived in Madison, I'd just be like eating at like a fast food restaurant. Someone come and be like, hey, can you buy me like $5 worth of food?
Oh, yeah.
And
Done.
I'm like, that's
Done, yeah.
I can do that. I can afford that. But if someone comes up to me and asks for cash,
No.
no.
Sorry.
You don't want to fund their drug habit.
Well, and
What are you, a bigot?
sorry, my bad.
I'll ask him tomorrow.
Yeah, I'll sell to him later.
Unfortunately, like in the world, I feel like you can't take that chance. You can't be taking
Like,
advantage
yo, can I
of.
loan $20?
Yeah, can I get any more of that $20?
You got some of that.
You got some of that cash, that green. Oh man, I'm one of those people that haven't completely lost faith in humanity.
Mhm.
You know, so I do like to kind of help when I can, but the more that I think about it, like all rich people, I know everybody's like, oh, they're all evil or whatever. It's like I don't think
No.
I just don't know if they know like where to put their money properly with it being
Exactly.
used. You know, like logistics is a huge issue.
Well, and that's why like, I'm so worried about donating to big charities, because so many of these charities can get away with paying like their CEOs and their top management like,
Yeah.
60-70% of donation funds. So you actually have to look in and see where your money's going when you're donating to charities.
Yeah.
They
Thank
can
God
do-
we
they
got
can
like
donate
Doge
to
for
my
that
charity.
now. Yeah.
I'll,
Donate to
I'll
my
show you where it's going.
So
Yeah.
so far I've been donating to whoever makes the best fishing tackle. So
Oh,
it all ends- it all ends up in the
on it
river.
now. I'm on it now.
yeah, you've been buying things, is what you've been
Yeah.
saying. Yeah, I'm a consumer, okay?
I'm just
All right,
supporting the
now I
American
just need to start
economy.
making
Yeah,
fishing
yeah,
equipment.
yeah.
I'm doing my American
American
duty.
job, yeah.
I'll make fishing merch. Then he has to buy from me.
I was to say, if you guys
You know,
got fishing merch, I
There
might
is
be done
something-
for.
See?
There is something to that though. So like, if he made merch, right?
Which I do.
Yeah, what you do,
Which I do.
right? But like, you advertise it a lot. But people are gonna buy Nikes before they buy like Phil Customs for whatever reason.
I could print the Nike symbol and call it Nike.
That's true. That's true.
You just gotta keep hammering that you didn't use like child labor to make them. Like,
No, just my labor.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, where are the Nike factories at? Hello.
How old are they?
How much are they making an hour?
What are the qualifications? Yeah.
All right, we gotta stop before
They're listening.
yeah, we don't want to like.
I'll get an Indeed on
They're back.
I'll get an app on Indeed here in a minute. You know,
We're gonna get a
Yeah.
cease and desist from Nike.
No, they'll be like, "Come work for me,"
Yeah. Yeah, it'll land you a job, dude. If I know anything about that.
and the email will just say, "Just do it." I'll be like, I kind of have to.
You can't beat them. Join them.
You'll reply, already did it.
Already done. What you gonna do?
And like that gif of Shia LaBeouf going, just do it.
Just do it.
Dude, Shia LaBeouf is like one of my favorite downfalls of all time. Because he like never really like downfalled. You know what I mean? Like
He just stepped away.
There's a video of him doing like an ayahuasca trip and rapping in the middle of the jungle like one year, and then the next year he's like on, like Fox News talking about his DUI experience or something. It's like, dude, well, how did you do that? Like,
They're related.
He's just wild.
Where's the connection?
They're related.
You guys have seen or listened to the song "Actual Cannibal" Shia LaBeouf, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think so. Yeah.
Okay. Good. No, it is. I remember watching that and listening to that for the first time, and it was hilarious. And then they made an actual video where at the end, Shia LaBeouf stands up at the end of the music video, and I thought that was just
Icing
peak
on
right
the cake.
there.
Yeah.
Peak right. Peak.
One of the peaks.
All downhill from there.
Yeah. He actually like peaked like there.
Well, now I'm starting to wonder. Maybe
It was a very cool
That was
down
it.
slope actually.
They made his own video, and that was
maybe
it. That was too much.
Yeah.
maybe that stuff. Maybe
That
some of
was
that
the
stuff was
limit.
true. Yeah.
That was the limit.
Yeah. So like John Brunthal had him on. Do you know John Brunthal, the guy who plays Punisher, the guy who plays Shane in The Walking Dead?
Yeah.
So he had Shia LaBeouf on, and like Shia LaBeouf is like one of those people I have actually just been like watching through his career. He's like Robert Downey Jr. Like you just kind of like know what he's doing.
Criminal
Or
to-
Tom
oh.
Cruise, like anybody like that, where you're just like you kind of watch Dave Bautista. You kind of like watch their career up and
You're
down,
like,
and
Leonardo.
see where
Started
they,
with
yeah,
WWE.
Leonardo DiCaprio is a great. Yeah, it's like just one of those people you just watch.
He was an actor the whole time in WWE.
Yeah. Wait, who?
Batista.
Oh, Batista. Yeah, he's been an actor since day one. Yeah, he was like actually FBI funded, but no,
Vince McMahon funded.
yeah.
Vince McMahon. Wild. I wasn't allowed to watch WWE when I was super young.
Well, it was what era was it? The Bad Attitude Era or something like that.
The
you know?
Undertaker
The Attitude
era.
Era. Yeah.
But I was like recently rewatching some of that stuff. So I was just like,
D-Generation X.
kinda
Suck
going
it,
into it.
yeah.
and then like I was reading up and like watching some stuff on Vince. I'm like,
Oh,
holy, this guy's kind of crazy.
He's got a whole like
He is
Netflix like documentary about him now with all the like shady stuff and like all these wrestlers coming out now saying what he made them do, or it's just wild. Like
he made him under the couch. Something like
kind
that.
of kind of like a Hugh Hefner,
like a Diddy
kind of like
situation.
or a Hugh
He's
Hefner
got the
situation.
casting couch.
Yeah.
You know, like yes, like
What you got to do to get in here?
Okay, well, I'm wondering what's he doing with those male wrestlers? You know, what kind of casting couch this is?
I don't want to know.
Well, I had heard that like he tried to do a skit with his own daughter where like he'd pretended we're like
Yeah, we're gonna get canceled, guys. Okay. Thank you so much for tuning in to B. We'll like chop that out right there. It's just be like quick cut.
No, but his daughter actually works.
I thought we were
him.
gonna.
We can
pour the rest in.
Yeah.
All right. So like Brad got us a B tier. Like
oh, that's awesome.
So we're gonna put this
the
at
glasses.
yeah. We're gonna put
I didn't even
everything in
realize.
at the end
Oh yeah,
here.
That's
he
beautiful.
surprised us with it.
There is a habanero whiskey in the bottom of this, or jalapeno. I don't know. Was it jalapeno or
Jalapeno orange? I want
Because
to
I
say.
think we have a habanero one we need to finish.
jalapeno
but-
orange. I want to say
Yeah, it's gross. Well, it's
I-
really good.
it was actually really good.
It's really good, but when it's gonna get combined with all of that,
Oh, just a second.
that's not it. I tried to
It
put
doesn't
the other.
smell bad.
Oh yeah,
It doesn't smell bad.
I believe we'll drink it in like a year from now.
We'll see how it tastes then.
It'll
Hey,
be
you got
like
more bottles to throw.
it'll be like 2027 by the time we get to that. By how quick we are with podcasts and stuff. So we've been doing like daily content on this channel. And we have content planned out to like the end of April right now, and then we're like super far ahead. So like this might not even air until like May.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
June maybe.
maybe even June. Yeah, I don't know like where we're
Yeah.
at.
I mean,
So-
that's good. To
Well,
have
we
a kind
only
of
drop
backup.
one episode a week, so
and we
it's
do
like
2 sometimes,
maybe 3.
maybe 3.
You're
if we
teasing
really
people with it.
Yeah.
You're making them wait for it.
Make them want more. you know?
Yeah. Well, and then like you'll see your episode in like 4 months from now, and you'll be like,
Like,
"Oh, I forgot I did that."
was me. That's me.
Yeah, you
Like,
get like
that's-
nostalgia.
it's a Leonardo.
for it.
Like every short I pop up and I'm like, oh, I forgot about that one.
Yeah, that was like years ago at this point. Like that was last year.
I'm like, damn, I shouldn't have said that.
I really regret that.
yeah.
And then the other day at like the grocery store, he's like, yo, I saw one of your shorts. I was like, which one? Which one? Which one did you see? I need to know how much in trouble I am right now.
Are you happy
Are
with
you
me,
a
or are you
cop?
about to kick
Like,
me out?
He's like,
my
I
gosh.
think you guys are funny. I was like, oh, keep watching. Like, all right, dodge one. Yeah.
Yeah.
They're on to us.
You get a lot of hate on the internet though.
It's so
Like,
funny. It's so
General,
funny.
general hate on the internet is like unreal.
Mhm.
Is
It's
unreal.
so funny.
Well, like so many people feed off of that because that's unfortunately an old interaction that a certain group of people get. Is that interaction?
Come at me,
with
keyboard
negativity.
warriors.
Yeah.
You're
Catch me
real.
outside. How about that?
Well, they don't. I don't think they know where that is.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They get all their groceries delivered with Walmart Plus right to their doorstep.
They have not touched grass in a couple years, so it's like
Oh, they're like the one guy from what is it? Bad News Bears? Or no, the Benchwarmers. Outside bad.
outside bad.
They were-
apple juice. That's not apple juice. You know.
They were the ones working from home before the pandemic, so they didn't
Were
have
they
to
working?
exchange.
I feel like
or
they-
were they just at home?
I feel
Depends
like
on
we
what you consider
definitely. I feel like we definitely ruined work from home
Oh,
for like
for
the
sure.
rest of forever. Like I don't think.
I wish I could
I don't
find a
think
job
people
that
will-
would let me.
I don't think
I mean,
people
I-
will ever
I-
get that again, dude.
I have one, but
Yeah. I don't think people will ever get like a true work from home. Like, oh, all you have to do is do emails. Okay.
Yeah.
10 minutes of emails a day,
Phone
and then you can
calls,
like
you know.
do whatever. Yeah. That stuff is all going to fade out.
not mine are just text.
In reality, AI is probably going to take like all of that,
Mhm.
Not mine.
all that job.
Unless I hire an AI to like answer for me.
That's what I would do.
Well, there-
personally.
There's so many stories of people
They'll
doing
schedule
that.
me out. Be like, he'll be in like 10 to 2. You know.
Yeah.
Like maintenance guys.
Make
like
it like
hours. You
convenient
know.
to you. Yeah. You
like
don't have to,
he'll
like-
be in the area between 8 a.m. and 9 p.m. You know.
Come there. That time. I'm out of the office the afternoon. Like,
Do I go now? Nah.
so Ryan, are you worried about the AI overlords taking us all of our jobs?
Oh,
Are they gonna take all of our jobs?
Take mine. Take mine.
I
dare
mean,
you.
Like my day job.
Oh yeah, no, you won't. I mean, service
Take
jobs.
mine.
Service jobs are
Try
probably
it.
safe.
Try it.
Like, probably the last safe jobs are service jobs. And not every service job either, but
Mm-hmm.
you know.
They got the cooking robots now. They got serving robots now. They got
Yeah, you went to that Korean barbecue in
Wild.
Vegas that had like a robot server.
wild.
I mean, I would not be surprised if we were to suddenly see a large increase of like unskilled labor being replaced by AI. So like I could see like fast foods. Like I've already heard McDonald's is kind of looking into the possibility of having like all AI restaurants where
Well, they already do that with like the kiosks and
exactly, you know, what's
they just have people making the food at that point. Like,
well, at what point can they just have, you know, some sort of automatic machine that
oh, they
you know,
have
just
those,
flip
but
levers
Burger
ups and
flipper,
downs and
yeah.
yeah.
but does McDonald's as a corporation want to incorporate that into all of their locations and take
It would
away
make
that many
sense
jobs?
with long term investment stuff.
But
So like
like,
if you can
for
spend,
the economy though, like it would suck.
but the economy's like not real.
Well, it
And like we all know that,
Oh,
right? Like I
mhm.
mean, if you look at like the stock market, that's not reflective of the economy at all. I think a lot of people are kind of understood with that at this point. The housing market is not real. Like it's all inflated. It's all
Something
like
else.
I don't know, artificially inflated. I don't know how they do it on there, but it's definitely very real. And that might. Thankfully, that one might change if, like, I don't know if our immigration policy changes and all that stuff. I don't want to get into it, but
yeah.
Can we talk about that?
yeah, we can.
No, that's
But-
squirrel.
Stuff like that, like, does change. So we'll see if that actually ends up, like, you know, reversing the economy per se.
Mm-hmm.
But like the stock market is basically just traded by bots at this point. Like, in all like AI is just like trading the stock market numbers. I don't think there's
Can I
really
sweet
like
talk
real,
AI to help me out here? Or
I mean, you can, yeah, if you like actually know what you're doing. AI is very helpful, and the stock market is very helpful in everything.
Mm-hmm.
I'm one of those people that I think most of the back office jobs are gonna get erased by AI,
I could definitely
and it'll
see
be
that.
like, you know, oh, you need a scheduler. Okay, well, let me just prompt this
well, aren't
AI. This AI will spit out a perfect thing for everybody's schedule. It'll work for everyone. If you have to make adjustments, you have one person go in and make adjustments or whatever. And then you might have one other person for your HR department who can hire and fire people.
Well,
You could erase half the back office at every single major corporation.
or what's the
Mhm.
difference between these telemarketers should become automated? You know what I mean? Like it's
Yeah.
all just a machine now, anyway.
yeah,
So
like
it's like
automated
already
email,
make human
and-
voices.
right, like
Yeah.
or try to imitate a
Yeah,
human
as
voice. It's
close
not a
as they
human
can.
voice.
But
I
it's-
know.
they're getting better and
They're
better each
getting
day,
better.
though.
They're getting better, and that's the thing. Like, I don't even think like an average person, like people who are not in the know, people who like don't know anything about anything, and they just
Mhm.
kind of bounce through life. You know, those people don't care. Like, frankly, if as long as you're speaking their
people like
native
me.
language,
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
as long as you like call in and then somebody's speaking English, you don't care if it's like a robot named Bert. Like,
Exactly.
who cares? You know, Roberta, whatever they're gonna call it. Is just like a
Bumble
automated
working at the restaurant. You
yeah,
know?
it's just like an automated message. Like you're gonna be like, okay, you get a response, and then maybe they help you out, maybe they don't, and then I don't know.
And then they text me going, "Hey, rate this," and I go, "F you," you know, like no,
yeah,
like
but that's
like-
gonna keep happening. Like there's nobody that's gonna like, and I don't know. I say like the next major like job market is gonna be prompt engineering.
That's
gonna
honestly
be-
what I was going to ask you about right
It's
now.
gonna be people who can like manipulate AI to pump out exactly what they need for a situation at any given job.
like an
I
AI
feel,
manager.
I feel like it's
of
gonna be
sorts.
more
Yeah.
like producers in like TV shows or like movies. You know, it's gonna be all just like scripted. You know what I mean? Like
yeah, and like the
it's all gonna be
very
the same
the very deep like artists
because
in
they're not
me-
gonna have feeling like the average human being. You know, it's an AI generated bot.
Well, here's the thing. Are
Sure.
they going to start doing what they do for like food and stuff? You know, how we have organic food. Are they going to have to start labeling things as, you know, like human created versus AI generated? Like, is that a distinction we're going to need 10 years from now because of how
AI
common
generated
AI is?
beef. I'll be like, hey, I don't want that.
You know, this is 3D printed by an AI.
3D printed beef
I don't want
versus
that.
organic.
Yeah, I don't want that. Oh, is that Impossible Burger?
I'm gonna go grab more beer for everybody.
I think that's a great idea.
Okay, yeah.
Could also bring it over to the Larceny if we want to. was like, that one is mine. So. Why not?
What in Rome? This podcast is not hosted in Rome.
I was like, yeah, I don't know. I've never been there.
That's what I hear anyway. I'm still waiting to visit, but
I don't know if that's legal in Rome.
I'm not sure. Brady, do we know the do you know happen to be informed on Roman law?
Roman law. We were talking about Roman Empire. We just thought.
I mean, a lot of like, okay, to be honest, like a lot of British common law is from like Roman Parliament law. So like, I don't know how like intricate we want to get with that, but they had property rights.
They
you
did.
know?
And
What
some
about
of those included
general
slaves, but
laws like THC consumption?
for modern day Italy.
I'm gonna be honest.
Asking for a friend.
I think
Yeah,
I think that's like I think a lot of people have this idea that like ancient cultures smoked all the time, and it completely false. Like there's no record to say that like it was that common practice. I think a lot of like shamans from like ancient cultures used like, you know, I believe in
Was
like
it
the
tobacco?
ayahuasca theory.
Was it tobacco?
Tobacco is a major thing here in the like the Native American population here.
I mean, there is weed
but there-
mixed in there.
You know, and what kind of weed was it? I mean, your grandpa,
Yeah.
your
There's probably,
grandpa 50 years ago was smoking Reggie.
Yeah,
Have you ever
it was all
seen-
off the brick, bro.
Yeah, you know, like
I
Bob
mean-
Marley is like, oh, I smoke weed every day or whatever, and you see
That was
what he's
Dr.
smoking.
Dre. I mean,
You
he
see
told
what
us
he's-
to. Yeah.
Yeah. You see what he's smoking though, and it's like mud. Looks like dirt. So like,
I've been there. That's that's
I'm
where
just
that's where
saying-
we started.
yeah, but what kind of like if you think that the ancients were
And
smoking
we thought it was
this,
good
like
at that time.
30% THC gorilla glue, like
Bring
no.
him. Yeah, they come and chill with me.
So that's what I'll say about that. I don't know.
I mean, it's
that's
the
my
same with their
theory.
alcohol. Their alcohol was
Yeah.
essentially
Alcohol was the party drug. It still is.
Yeah.
Right. Like
I mean, it was super weak too. I mean, most of their beers were
Oh, yeah.
like 1% or
it
less.
was like wheat, barley, and
Yeah.
they just had it soaking in like a bucket for a couple
just
weeks.
fermented.
There you
Yeah.
go. You
They're like-
thirsty?
In
yeah,
the
it's like
tub, you know?
1% or
Yeah.
whatever. Yeah. But
Or like ketchup was designed as a medicine. Like you take a spoonful of it for like digestive or like
yeah.
sore stomachs or like, you know, it's just like
A
wild
lot
to
of-
think that we just use that as a regular everyday condiment
Yeah.
where it's like, oh, this was designed as a medicine.
I mean, there's a lot of stuff like that. Like,
Sorry,
there's a lot of stuff like that.
I mean, they used to prescribe cocaine and marijuana too, but
Yeah. They'd have like,
methamphetamine.
yeah,
Yeah.
right.
and honestly, like, I mean, if you look at, well, I mean, how like the Germans used methamphetamine, and they were
Yeah,
able
this
to
is to give
invade
them the
Poland.
truth.
gonna fight some more.
Yeah, they were able to invade Poland in 4 days or something.
Bring
like
a whole
that.
new
It's
meaning
like,
to Blitzkrieg, you know?
It's crazy. But I've always found it fascinating to find out like how much caffeine had affected like the Industrial Revolution. Like when you added 2 and 2 together, people became so much
big
more
tobacco.
productive. Well, and nicotine, like that's another thing that's been like so synthesized from like tobacco products that like it's basically become such a high stimulant that people are more productive. And I've always found drugs that are like very, very productive kind of not being like a bad thing. Like I don't care if you have like a caffeine addiction. I don't
No,
care if you
no.
drink coffee every day. If you can't operate without it, I don't care.
I have
And
one
it's
cup every day.
because
I don't call
You're
that
way
addiction.
more productive on it. And I think the general population would agree on that too. And it kind of shows with like how we prescribe Adderall and Vyvanse and to kids.
But
I don't think we'll look back on that like as a barbaric way. But I think like how we try to get people to be productive off of stimulants in particular is going to be like
smoke
how
or like
the acceleration of man happened.
or
Like,
Yeah.
or dabbling
you know.
in like THC oils or like supplements like that where it's not where you're taking pills every day. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like taking big pharma out of it. Like natural medicine. Like
Yeah, and you know, I would say potheads kind of fell into this by legalizing
we get the
weed.
bad stereotypes like we're lazy. But like half of us have a job or are out there working.
Yeah.
and you don't even know the
Half
difference.
is not a good number though. Like, you kind of want like 80 or 90%.
But like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
can't judge all of us just on how we look every day.
I mean, I think it's
No,
more of a
I-
fallacy because like
Because
You
now
f-
it's becoming more and
I think
more
everybody
regular.
like smokes now.
Yeah, it's
So they
becoming
don't
more
look
and
at
more
it the
just like
same way.
an everyday thing, which is like making me want to just like say it and be like, I'm done. Because it's like,
It's become like kind of lame because everybody's
everybody's doing it now. Because like I was the only one in like high school. It was just like, oh,
Yeah.
fuck you guys. Like,
We've talked about this before. It's like it's almost become like a lame drug because
it
of
is
how
because
common
everyone's doing
is
it.
now.
So it's just like either I step on my drug habits again, and that didn't work out well the first time.
I think you pick up one of the new things. You
The
gotta,
new ones?
Yeah, you gotta pick up the.
I haven't heard of that one before.
some exploring.
You gotta pick up the limitless pill and stuff like that. Yeah. You gotta do the brain supplements.
Hey,
that
Brady.
nobody-
That's
Look
all
at-
you-
look
I'll
at-
let you
look at-
experience.
Look at my
that.
crypto wallet.
Well, like for real,
Did
honestly.
you hear that? I think there was something in your wall.
24 hours, you know?
Yeah. That's the thing, though. You gotta pick up the supplements
I'm
that
selling all
nobody's
of it.
tried yet, right? You gotta be cool.
You gotta be the one to discover it.
Yeah.
And then tell me why you.
I'm
should
going to
not
pick
take it.
random mushrooms.
Yeah, and then be like the adventurer guy.
the
you're
random
a little
mushrooms
guinea
in the
pig.
You
woods, just
shouldn't
like
travel there, please.
random mushrooms in the woods.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
This is good.
yeah,
Just
so,
die.
like,
Everybody just-
hey, did you hear what happened to
Throwing
Phil? Yeah,
shots.
he died. Don't eat that mushroom.
I mean, that's literally what humanity did, though.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm Mario.
how do you think they figured out what was good and
Do you
what was
believe
bad?
in the stoned ape theory? Like, have you heard of that
I don't
before?
think I have.
Okay, so the stoned ape theory is, and I forget the guy who made it. I'm just draw my hand out, whatever. But the theory that humans evolved their brain by twice the size in a span of about roughly 75,000 years because they followed mammoth herds and cow herds to like hunt and eat.
Mm-hmm.
And those, like cow poop, generate magic mushrooms, and they were eating
yeah.
the mushrooms and the cow poop, and that's why the brain size doubled in like that 75,000 years.
I mean, I would believe it.
Yeah.
I
Well,
kinda-
like I believe that because like me and my buddy used to plant on a farm, and we'd use manure as like manure on top of our mushrooms, and every year we'd have 3 times as many as the person growing next to us, you know, because it's growing out of natural
Mm-hmm.
Out of nitrate.
fertilizer, you
Yeah.
know. So it's like we're getting more product. Ours are stronger. Like it always made a bigger yield.
Mm-hmm. I think what really comes down to what you were bringing up too is like, were there any other species that were sophisticated enough to like continuously follow and track down these kind of like herds of animals? And I don't think there really were, at least not in large numbers. So I think that kind of gives credit to that
Yeah.
theory of like,
I think they were bigger
why?
herds
Yeah.
than what we think because there's all these like cave descriptions or like pictures on caves and like more stuff that we're discovering now.
are you talking about like animal herds or?
Animal
like
herds,
minotaurs, and yeah.
like
Yeah.
just like buffalo, just like random deer, you know, moose, elk, like whatever they were coming across would be depicted on the wall. And I
mean-
think there was a lot more people or like clans or whatever you wanted to call them around than we thought there were, which is why we don't see very many like bigger animals like that anymore.
Mm-hmm. I mean, people weren't afraid of hunting to extinction back then. It was,
Well, they didn't know, you know, like they were fighting to live themselves.
I was saying,
like,
yeah, it wasn't even a concept
It
that
was
they were
no,
afraid
yeah,
of. It was like
it's not like we're gonna run out of food.
these things are
Like,
easy to
no.
hunt.
Yeah,
I'm gonna kill it. I'm gonna feed my
I'ma
family
eat it,
tonight.
right.
Yeah.
Feed the tribe.
wear it, you know,
Feed the
because
tribe.
they were
Bring me the
making
child.
making
Yeah.
clothes,
Yeah,
making clothes
please.
out of like buffalo fur and like you know,
Mhm.
like tanning the hides and everything. Like
Yeah.
you were using 100% of that animal,
Mm-hmm.
I think that's a myth.
100%.
You think so?
I think it
you'd
is.
use it for something because I could use like all the organs for like fish bait.
Yeah, I don't. Well, I mean,
You
how
know?
would they have gone extinct to the
Well,
rate
not
that
like
they
full
did?
extinct because we still have buffaloes today.
Yeah, we do.
We
I
still
guess
have
out
deer.
west. Yeah,
We still have elk.
elk. And
You know,
Mhm.
moose and all that.
like they're not extinct.
A large part of it is like,
See, like I don't know about like the whole caveman thing, like mammoths and Like,
yeah, saber-tooths.
yeah,
right?
like
we-
I don't
we've
know,
killed
I
those.
don't know how much I believe about that.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of that could have just been like the ice sheets moving.
Or it's like,
and
were they
killing
just
all of them
high
off
and thought they were killing mammoths when they're actually just out there killing an elephant?
But do you think elephants roamed where the mammoths roamed? Do you think they're the same type?
Are
of
mammoths actually real? Like, I don't know.
Dang it!
I mean-
ChatGPT, help me out.
AI.
Yeah.
I mean, is it not completely possible that
Keyword.
descendants of mammoths also just naturally became elephants as they adapted
Like the
to their
like the
climates,
meteor hit, and then
lost
the
their
like
fur and
the whole like, what's it called?
Do we live with dinosaurs? That's the question.
Well,
right?
yeah, we still got
That's where all
we got
of this stemmed
sturgeon.
from.
We got
Yeah.
sturgeon. We got birds. You know,
Yeah. Crazy how that
alligators,
comes back.
yeah.
I don't know, like
bearded dragons.
so
you know?
elephants would just be like, mammoths without tusks and all that.
Yeah, so like, did the
Saber-tooths
nuclear
would be
like
without tusks. And,
meteorite like come down and like change that whole like thing where they just lost their fur?
Ryan,
My
how old is the Earth? If you had a guess. Your dad's a pastor. I'm guessing 7,000 years roughly.
well, it depends on who you
All right,
ask.
so we play this really fun game on here, right? Called the B tier bowler cap.
All right.
All right. You draw a question, you read it out, and everybody gets to answer fully.
Okay.
Go ahead as a guest.
I feel like I have to look away from.
He's
this
like, I'm
now.
very happy I didn't have to answer that
Thank
question.
goodness.
about the Earth."
Next one.
Dodged a bullet there.
So you guys dodged one earlier. I get to
We
dodge
live
one
another
now.
day.
Next pod.
I love this pod. dude.
All right. This one is interesting.
Oh no.
I'm not
Oh,
sure
no.
exactly.
This is one of
Well-
the new ones.
I'm not sure exactly what it means by this. What is your dream team?
Dream team. Yeah.
man,
what do you
dude.
mean by that?
The 1980s Bears are pretty good. Like, thinking like.
Dream team.
I'll be honest. I'm not a huge sports guy.
How about well, I mean, the A Team is pretty good, or like
A-Team,
the
that's a great
Avengers.
movie.
The Avengers are
Avengers?
great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is the most overpowered group of superheroes to exist?
The Avengers.
You think so?
Yeah.
I feel like the Justice League is stronger than the Avengers.
No. The Injustice, like the.
Give me
okay,
the
hold
cast
up.
of glass in that one.
Oh my gosh,
Ooh.
Unbreakable, Glass,
Mhm.
and who's the other guy?
I can't remember.
I can't remember the third one.
But
He's
give me the cast of that
unimportant.
one in that battle.
Yeah.
Give me glass.
Yeah, he's like, give me a guy who has Alzheimer's.
Have you guys seen Invincible at all?
I feel bad for
Uh-uh.
Bruce Willis. I really do. His family used him to make money, dude. Shout out, RIP, Bruce Willis.
Invincible.
for you, Bruce.
Invincible.
Invincible.
You mean the team that died on the plane? Like the Eagles team?
No,
That was a good one.
Oh,
I saw that one.
Invincible.
no, it is a
Is
animated.
that the animated?
Yes,
oh, that's
it's
the
the
Frank
animated
Darabont
superhero.
one. That's the one with like the guy from The Walking Dead that made it.
Yeah, Robert
Okay.
Kirkland, I
Ro-
believe.
Robert
right?
Kirkman. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not Frank Darabont. I don't know. Oh,
Yeah.
he directed the first 2 seasons.
Yeah,
My bad.
you're good.
Yeah, Robert Kirkman.
But yeah, Invincible. It's an amazing TV show. Season 3 is currently rolling out. They do like a weekly release, but Invincible is kind of like a spoof of Superman. And like the entire show, like in the beginning, is kind of like a spoof of DC. But their characters are incredibly powerful in a way that like kind of Superman and DC really isn't, where they're a lot more graphic with like, fights where like, in like a DC or Marvel movie, when someone gets punched, like they just get like,
No
it's
blood,
like a
it's
normal
just,
punch, but like in
Gets
here,
thrown
like,
up against a wall.
Yeah.
Like, flailing.
like here you're getting punched and like their hands are going through people's chests and like
Okay.
like this is
real
like,
graphic.
more
It's
kind of like
the
Boys.
Watchmen. Oh,
Oh.
the Boys. Yeah. The
Yeah,
Boys.
kind of think of like that kind of more like graphic sort of
Yeah.
superhero type of show.
The
But it is- it's
Invincible. Okay.
yeah,
I
very
have
good.
it tabbed up to like watch it, but I haven't downloaded it yet.
It's amazing.
Okay.
I highly recommend it.
Invincible. All right. Is that your dream team?
My dream
or
team?
You said Justice League.
I was thinking more.
Why do you think the Justice League is like your team? Like,
I guess I
what
kind of
can
forgot.
they do for you?
I guess I kind of forgot the
I
basis
really
of the
think I am
question
gonna
where
go
it's a
with-
dream team.
I think I am gonna go like 1980s Bulls, dude. Like Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen.
See, I was going to the actual dream team at 1992 Olympics with the USA.
For ice hockey,
No, for basketball.
for basketball.
Yeah.
Who was their 1992
It was
team?
Pippen, like
everybody I'm talking
Malone. It was
Karl Malone. Yeah,
It was Barkley. Like it was
Okay.
everybody. Like
that was the dream team.
the
Were
dream team.
yeah,
Like
it's not like the Mighty Ducks. Dude, I would have had the Mighty Ducks as a second. Very
Were-
close.
the Sandlot
Sandlot
team.
team.
of the,
Give me the
let's-
Sandlot
Put them
team.
in, dude. The bench warmers. I'm all in.
Were you
I
think-
am
Gus
12.
Bus.
Pedro, dude. I'm putting them in.
Were you thinking of the Miracle on Ice for the
Yeah.
hockey? Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
another good one.
That's
That's
a
a
great- that's a great one.
Crazy. Yeah, the Olympic team for like
mhm.
the I don't know what year that was.
I
That was
don't-
before the Soviet Union
But, like,
fell. 80s,
yeah, so it had been before the
85,
90s.
But like
87,
any
something like
current dream team, I would have to say this year's like USA hockey team because us and Canada got in
We-
4
that.
fights.
We did beat them.
No,
once.
we lost. We lost in the championship or whatever.
Okay,
But like
dang.
we got in 3 fights within the first 9 seconds of the game
yeah.
with Canada. Like
Well, I saw a hit up against the boards where that guy just 90-degree paralleled. It looked like, I don't know, it looked like Iron Man threw Thor against a tree. Like, it looked horrible.
That's hockey.
Yeah.
That's hockey.
It's fun. It's fun.
That's why I played and got suspended. You know?
Yeah.
I just
So-
love how like fights can just break out in hockey.
Yeah.
I
you
tried
go-
that. It didn't work.
You go to a hockey, or you go to a fight and a hockey game breaks out. Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Whatever that saying is.
Yeah.
That's every game.
It's every game.
Except
Part of the
you're not
sport.
allowed to do that in high school. They didn't say that.
Screw them.
So the Invincible is your team, your dream team. You're taking them all the way. How about that team?
It depends. Like, what are we doing?
How about like Ocean's
dream
11?
team? Like,
I was saying,
right.
am I trying to just get a?
Like,
Am I
what-
trying to get a job done, or am I?
Well,
know,
what
like-
do you think you have to do? Well, this is okay. So hold on.
This is what I feel like.
This
Like,
is like
is
the
this
best
Call of
question
Duty?
ever. Yeah.
Like-
Well, like what are you doing, right?
Am I
How
saving the
about
world?
like
Is this
anybody,
Marvel Rivals?
Anybody
Like-
you can put together that can just do anything. Where you're like, okay, no matter who is on my team and no matter what we're doing, we're gonna finish it.
It's like I need to assemble a team, and we're pulling a crisis out of a hat.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
you just
no.
gotta
Yeah,
figure
so
it
you're
out.
just like, okay, like it might
Oh,
be anything from zombie apocalypse to like robbing a bank to
Like
like,
a-
you know,
a world-ending,
Yeah.
asteroid coming to crash in the
Yeah,
earth.
the Fantastic Four might be helpful. I don't know. Like you could do anything. Like, anything might happen. You just have to be ready as a team. You know, who
How-
could
how
you
many-
assemble?
How many do I get to choose?
One team.
Well, like,
Or should we
how
make
many's
our own
on my
team?
team?
Because it says, "What's your
No,
dream team?"
well-
so
Can
you
I
can
just
design
pick
it.
5?
Yeah, like what would be your pick
Yeah,
five?
yeah,
like who are you picking up at a basketball
Yeah.
tournament? Yeah,
All right, Todd.
street
What's,
ball, baby.
since there's
Street
3 of
ball?
us, what if?
No NBA
Top 3
players,
superheroes.
obviously.
Yeah, you kind of got to
'Cause
take
you can't-
LeBron off the
yeah,
bench. Yeah,
yeah.
you can't do that. Yeah.
You pick 3 superheroes from
Mm.
any universe. So it can be like Marvel, DC,
Okay.
like any sort
Does
of
it have
like.
to be superheroes?
off
Could it be
canon.
villains?
Yeah, am I taking Venom?
Well,
Yeah, like
I feel like they would have to be a
Anti-hero,
villain who would
Punisher.
be willing to help save the earth. So like Lex Luthor would be someone who'd be like willing to help save the earth.
Okay.
what about the
So-
Joker? He
well,
might be able. Might be.
Depends-
on it,
let's-
you know.
Depends on the
Okay,
crisis. So
how
maybe
about-
that's a risk you take.
Mm,
How about we take the scenario then as to like save the Earth from an asteroid,
from an asteroid.
and you have
easy.
3 superheroes.
3. Mm.
Yeah.
It has to be
That
superheroes.
would be.
Does that have to be superheroes?
Could you convince the Joker to make a laser gun?
I'm not
that
even.
shoots
I'm
a-
not. I'm not saying the Joker.
Okay.
But like Lex,
All right.
Lex Luthor would.
Could I have 2? Could I have 2 superheroes
Well, yeah, because
and a
he would be
villain?
like, I want to show my power and be like, yeah. Or Doctor
Exactly.
Doom, he'd be like, I want to rule the world, not the asteroid killing everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or Batman would just be like,
Or
I have a
Loki
gadget
or-
that can deflect it to.
Can I
different
pick
course.
2 superheroes and a villain?
I think as long as you could convince them, I think that's fair.
Yeah.
I'm taking Mr. Freeze because he could just freeze it. You know what I
Okay.
mean?
You don't even need 2 more. You're done.
Well, you gotta get rid of it because it's still gonna fall.
okay.
Just Doctor
Yeah.
Strange, just
Doctor Strange,
Yeah,
and then
portal it.
and then
Gone.
Superman with his laser beam and just explode it.
or
you
like
know?
just push it
All
different
right.
direction.
You know,
I feel
that's
like
my
an
3.
asteroid's kind of a little too
Alright.
easy of a choice. I feel like it
Like,
just
yeah.
needs to be like, I feel like it just needs to be
zombie apocalypse.
and-
Okay.
Oh, shit.
or just
Okay.
like an
Have a little bit of
unknown
fun with that.
disaster. So you need
Yeah.
to be prepared
The
for
zombie
any
episode,
scenario.
right
Any
here.
scenario.
So like,
yeah.
what's your 3 where you think you could cover anything, like no
Yeah.
matter what gets thrown
Anything.
at you?
Yeah, Batman if I wanted to make money, or Iron Man. You could kind of pick either of those. Are Batman and Iron Man considered superheroes?
Yes.
Oh yeah, I would think so.
Okay.
Well, they fight
mean-
crime.
Yeah, but
So yeah,
I fight crime and I'm not a superhero.
you're a
Do you,
vigilante.
are you
You're
actually
a
back to the streets?
You sure you want to say that on pod?
I was gonna say,
Yeah.
cut that out. Cut that out.
Your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. Cut that out. Get that out of here.
I mean, I feel like Batman's known to be like this super great strategist. I feel like,
what is Batman's superpower though?
I mean, the generic answer is being rich.
No, it's like being
Super
being
intelligent,
smart,
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
kind of
like,
like solving riddles.
In
and
the
mainly
comics,
doing that.
he's super intelligent. And he's also
Yeah. Iron
like,
Man's same
beyond
kind of
human
thing.
Oh,
strength
Iron
as
Man's
well.
the same way.
Yeah.
Like Iron
A
Man
rich
doesn't have that
bachelor.
physical training.
So somebody at work, I was talking to this about.
I think we
About-
talked about this last week.
Yeah, and he was like, "Oh, I really." He told somebody that he didn't like Iron Man because he doesn't really like earn his superpower, and it's just like whatever, you know.
Oh, this
like,
was
he's just
actually
like a rich guy.
This was
You
this
literally
was,
just
this is one of our patients.
no,
No?
it's not a client.
Okay, okay,
this,
okay.
this was
'Cause
a
our-
fellow
our-
coworker.
Our,
This is
our
even worse.
client, one of our clients has been said the same thing.
Yeah, the Undertaker is my dad. All right, so
I love how you know who I was talking about.
I think I know who you're talking
Yeah.
about.
the Undertaker's my dad. No, so there's
Does he drive a Lamborghini as well?
Sure does. Multiple colors.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Sure does.
No, so
Does some? No, I can't say that. No.
all right. Back to superheroes.
Yeah,
back to superheroes.
So Iron Man is not a superhero because he didn't like earn his powers, and it was kind of just like he's rich and he kind of knows how to like manipulate technology to make the superpower. Well, then you ask him what his favorite superhero is, and he goes Batman. He goes Batman. What do you mean?
I mean, okay. To be fair, there are like in the comments.
Comic book accuracy. Like yes, Batman and Iron Man both super intelligence. That's kind of and same thing with Doctor Doom.
Yep.
Like Doctor Strange, you can kind of make the argument for. He just learned the magic art that was there already. But yeah, it's like super intelligence is like the trait. Same thing with Dr. Reed. Fantastic
Yeah,
Four.
Mr.
How did
Fantastic.
Superman
Yeah.
get his powers?
It's the sun because he was
Is it
born
the
in
sun?
Yeah, because he was born in under Red Sun. That's
Mm.
why, like, in the comics, they can use like red suns to
Okay.
Yeah.
weaken him and keep him in prison. But like the yellow sun in our universe. Or
See, that's
whatever,
what that's
Doesn't
one thing I
work.
never.
just like,
no,
Pokemon, when he just gets-
I'm
no,
bigger
that's
now.
one thing
Yeah.
I never understood with
Okay.
Superman. It's like, oh, where'd he get his power?
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
some sort of nuclear energy from the sun. It's just like different
Yeah.
from his home universe.
Okay.
So that's why, like, when General Zod and everyone comes, they like. Do you remember that scene from It's Man of Steel, right? Where he like sees the sun for the first time.
Oh yeah,
and he's like, because he's like,
Yeah.
before he was essentially a normal
I
human.
love Henry Cavill, but I've never watched Man of Steel.
Really?
So,
It's pretty good, actually.
I'm okay with skipping even like the new one coming out. Like I'm good with that.
I've
I
heard,
have to go see it.
I only
heard it's been
found
pretty good.
like
I have to
the
go see it.
I only like Zack
Or, like,
Snyder's
watch it when it comes
version
out.
of the Justice
No,
League.
don't say that.
It is so good, dude. The 4-hour one where I'm like, yeah, let's watch it in 5 parts. Like I'm okay with that.
See, if I'm spending that much time on a movie, I'm watching the Lord of the Rings the extended edition.
And he's like, I'm the director's cut guy.
3 superheroes to help me with anything. Give me the Flash.
Yeah,
I
the
like
Flash
that.
is helpful.
Some sort of like speedy sort of character.
yeah,
Give
you
me
can run
Fla-
time
give me
back if
Flash.
you need to. Yeah.
Give me
Doctor Strange.
Give me Spider-Man.
Strange
'Cause
was
you
gonna be
need,
one of
like-
mine. Yeah.
you need him for like sort of like magical like.
Strange was gonna be one of mine.
Give
Yeah.
me Flash.
And
Give
Wanda.
me
Wanda.
Give me Spider-Man.
Flash, Spider-Man, and who else? Why Spider-Man?
Because he could wrap everything up if I needed him.
Wrap everything up.
Okay, but I feel
Or
like,
like,
He's
even
like,
or
if
he
I
could-
need
or he
presents
could-
wrapped
or
on
he-
Christmas.
or
Quick,
he,
Spider-Man! I forgot to buy gifts for my children.
Go,
or
Dream
he
Team, baby.
or he could web a trail. Like if it's like a bridge that's like unconnected, he'd be like, oh, here,
Yeah,
cross. You
sure.
know.
I feel like
My third. That's so hard. Does it have to be like an actual superhero, or could it be like a movie superhero?
Like, what do you? I think that's fair. If it's a
Yeah,
literally
movie
any
super-
superhero,
a
that's
superhero
Like,
from
Give me
any
Mr.
universe.
Incredible.
Okay. Super strength.
I
Yeah.
can see that.
I like that. I like that. I
Yeah.
like that move.
Mhm.
Yeah.
All right.
That's my 3.
All right. Yeah. Well, you have mentioned Strange.
Yeah.
I would put him in a heartbeat. Because I think he can beat Wanda. So like I know that. So I wouldn't even need Wanda in my top 3. But yeah, Doctor Strange I'd probably put right away. That would be for like mystic arts.
Yeah.
Whatever we might need to do. Man, I wanted to say Iron Man, but now you guys are like making me double question it. I'm like,
Iron Man.
Yeah, I don't like it.
Is he a
doesn't have He's not
superhero?
even a superhero. Yeah. Man, I think I would put One Punch Man in there.
That's honestly, I didn't even think about that.
Yeah,
That's
so
a
I can
great
just
one.
go like One Punch.
Damn, I could have put
anything.
Luffy in there. Damn.
Yeah, you could have. You didn't think about it.
Damn.
Any universe, man.
Now I need to.
Damn,
right.
Yeah.
And then another superhero, maybe. I want to say like Moon Knight.
Oh, Moon Knight sucks. I love that show so much.
I have not watched
Really?
the new season yet, or like the one season, I
Yeah.
guess, of it, but I will probably get to it
Yeah,
here. I have it
highly
downloaded and all
recommend
that, yeah.
So good.
I'll take the time. I'm watching Loki right now,
Season 1 or 2.
season 1.
Okay.
Is season 2 okay? Everybody's like, oh, which one did you watch? Like, so it makes me think I don't want to go to
Maybe
season
we're
2.
just we're just not caught up yet.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah,
which
yeah,
one
yeah.
did you watch?
Yeah, man, I just don't want to spoil it. For you.
another like, I haven't seen season 2 of Severance yet either with Adam Scott.
Yeah, I just
In-
want. I haven't seen anything about it.
Okay, I would watch that show.
I've been looking
probably
at it.
one of the best shows on Apple TV.
Really? Because that's
But
the
I
one.
don't, yeah.
That's the one where they like separate their work and home, right?
Yep, yeah, it's like
Yeah.
remote work.
Yeah, it's remote work except you never get to leave.
It's extinct now. Yeah,
Yeah, it's good
That'd
though.
be rough.
it
at
is
where
really
we were.
good. Yeah,
Oh my god, can you imagine?
No.
dude. So like Severance is great because they don't even know what they're doing really. Like
But at our job,
the
if we
job
had to
that
do
they
that,
have in Severance is micro data management,
What's
and
that
all they
even
do,
mean?
yeah, exactly. They don't even know, and it's awesome. They have like office parties. It doesn't make any sense.
I mean, we're
love
pretty
it.
much doing the same thing.
Yeah.
Micro data.
Micro
Micro
data
data,
management.
you know,
Yeah, yeah. Whatever you want to call it.
One client at a time.
Yeah.
Away on my computer.
What's your 3? What's your dream team?
I mean, I also kind of wanted to go with a generic answer and say like Batman,
Yeah.
because like I feel like what you're really looking for is you need someone with intelligence. Like you need some sort of planner,
Mhm.
like an Iron Man or like a Batman sort of type.
Yeah, Bruce Banner.
Someone
even.
who can afford everything.
Bruce Banner.
Yeah.
Maybe even like it's Dr. Hulk or whatever, the one who's
the
both
Red
of them.
Hulk.
No,
Oh.
you know the Hulk in the Endgame, the Hulk where it's both of them combined.
Yeah, yep.
I forgot what his like
Where it's
actual
just,
name
It's
is.
just Angry Hulk, I guess. I don't know what. Yeah,
It's
what?
not Bruce.
It's
He
combined
is
because
Bruce
he's
Banner, but he's always the
I
Hulk.
know what you're talking
The
about.
trick was he's always angry, right?
Yeah.
I don't remember.
But like they basically
they
went
figured
through
it
like
out.
therapy together.
Yeah.
And they're
yeah,
like,
yeah.
yeah.
And like he has a specific name in the
Were
comics.
you like answer your 3?
What's
ask
your
another question. Okay.
what's your third?
So Hulk, Batman,
um
no, Invincible guy.
let's go
One Punch guy.
Luffy.
Yeah. Nosferatu.
We'll go
Wolverine.
John Constantine.
Deadpool.
John Constantine.
Yeah.
For those who don't know, go ahead and explain that.
John Constantine
Yeah.
is
He's the
he's sort of similar.
No.
He's sort of similar to Doctor Strange, but for DC, he's kind of like the super magical sort of vibe. But he is a British dude who smokes a ton of cigarettes and hates life.
That sounds like my
Who's
guy.
also an
That
alcoholic.
sounds like
He's
my
like
guy.
a Doctor Who type character,
All right.
pretty much. Yeah.
He's like
to
he's
put it simply.
super pessimistic.
Oh,
He's like,
Doctor Who would have been a great answer.
well, do you count him as a superhero?
Yeah, definitely. He saved a lot of worlds.
Yeah,
you know?
I
Yes,
would count
I
him
don't
as a
really think so.
superhero. I'd count him as a superhero.
I guess I just see him kind of just like as a
I wouldn't
dude.
call him a villain.
Well, like his entire thing is like he's an explorer through time. He's just not gonna actively let people die. But
Or
I would
Willie.
do the same. Would you guys?
Or Woody.
I mean, I've seen a decent bit of Doctor Who, and he's generally. I mean, there are a few times where
If he
he's
likes you, maybe, you know, like
Yeah.
if you're a part of the show. But what about the background characters?
I mean, he still
Do they
tries,
die?
I think Doctor
still tries to
Who.
save them, though.
Doctor Who reminds me too much of Sherlock Holmes.
I see that.
I can kind
No,
of.
I
Is
totally
Sherlock
see
Holmes a superhero? I don't know. Probably not.
that.
Well,
I probably
what
wouldn't
is
count
your
him.
definition?
Is
of a
Magnum
superhero?
PI a
Well, that's the thing,
superhero?
right? It's like, is Batman and Iron
Is
Man
Magnum
a superhero?
PI
I
a
don't know.
superhero?
I don't know.
Like, if you guys were walking down the street
Is
and you had
Bones
the
or
opportunity,
CSI a superhero?
No.
if you had the
No,
opportunity to stop and help someone, whether it's like, you know, you saw someone getting jumped and like you knew you like had the jump on their attack and you could help save them.
How
Does
many
that
are
make you
there?
a superhero?
How many are there?
Just one.
Deal. I'm in.
That's what I'm saying. Like, does that make you a superhero?
What makes you super? Because you could be a hero to that person that you saved, but are you super to everybody else?
I think
don't know.
super means in some sort of way you are beyond normal human
Or
capacities.
found an ability you didn't think you had.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like,
like-
I can play piano. Yeah,
You're a superhero. But like Batman's
I mean-
wealth
Can't play
and
the
his
banjo yet,
intelligence.
but I'm getting there.
I took classes to play piano. So
Yeah.
like, I understand me playing the piano. So it's like,
So I'm not super. is what you're
I'm not
saying,
super. I
David.
got taught. I got taught.
by somebody who is a superhero.
Hey, I was saying some
Maybe
superheroes have
that's
that.
a superhero.
Yeah, Beethoven, superhero, easily.
So are we superheroes with doing what we do at work?
No.
But why not?
Nah, what do you mean? I say people.
We're cops who get paid less, okay?
and it have less rights.
But we're technically saving lives every day. Technically,
Yeah.
technically, we are saving lives every day.
At least I feel like I do.
I mean, depending on which client you have.
Yeah, sure. I don't know. I'm not a superhero.
I just
I'm
feel
a
like
humble person, okay?
I feel like
Okay,
run a
superhero.
podcast.
okay, Bruce Wayne.
He's just saying this for the camera. You should see him off screen.
Offcast. Yeah, offcast. I'm like the super humblest person. Yeah.
I mean, I feel
I'm
like
kind of the best.
You've adopted the darkness. I was
I'm the
born
best.
in it.
I am the best.
molded by it.
I am the best at being humble. Okay.
I am the most humble, folks. Don't listen to.
Don't listen to any of these people.
I am the bestest at being the most humble.
He hasn't won the Grammy yet, though.
The Oscars in my
He's working hard. Next year, folks. You'll see him next year.
SoundCloud rapper.
All right, what's your rapper
Podcast
name?
of the year.
Yeah, what's your
What's
rapper
my
name?
rapper name?
We never asked this.
I hate y'all. I'm gonna get outed here.
We never asked this. This is good follow-up.
This is a really good follow-up question. What is my rapper name?
B. Malone.
It's got to be.
B. Maloney.
Damn, he got me. I knew I knew you.
I have like 8 songs under that name.
He's not.
I'm joking for the camera.
No, he's not. No, he's not.
Don't listen
Look
to
him
any
up.
of them.
SoundCloud. Look him up.
V Malone. I'm not kidding.
Concerts coming 2026.
Okay, you had 6 songs there, but what was your rap name after you?
No, it was.
It was
really,
V. Malone.
Like if you look that up, I'm guaranteeing you'll find something.
Can we add a clip?
No.
Can we have
I
a,
might clip
Shoot
it.
yourself up,
I
bro.
might clip it, but
can we have a short with one of your songs on in the background?
I didn't
Yes.
mean to make you cry.
We'll film a music video after
Doesn't
it.
mean I didn't try. I need auto-tune. See, like, give me auto-tune, I'm like Post Malone. I'm great.
You're so.
I'm set.
Oh, that's where you got the idea.
Yeah, he took my rapper name,
Oh.
but now he's a country rapper, so it doesn't make
Yeah.
sense anymore.
I
Yeah.
don't know how that works. but-
What's your rapper name?
Mm.
I might be able to name you.
What is it?
Lil Spotted Cow.
No,
Yeah?
no.
Just that little in front of the last thing you drank. Yeah.
No, my rapper name when I was like actually like rapping was Minnesota.
Okay.
because it was Minnesota, but I added snow in there.
Mini pneumonia.
Minnesota, because I love the snow.
A good one.
I love the wintertime.
All right. Yeah.
So, yeah.
Minnesota. All right. Yeah.
I don't have anything on like Spotify or anything because it wasn't that good.
SoundCloud.
There might be one or two.
All right. How about
Might
you,
be
Ryan?
one or two.
Ryan, did you
I don't-
actually make music at any point?
No.
Mm.
Oh,
No.
okay.
I mean,
All right.
I tried to learn a few instruments.
What's your
but
rapper name though?
My rapper name,
Yeah.
If you had to pick one,
I had to pick one. I don't know, I feel like I had to do something with fishing.
Hmm.
I'd be rapping about going fishing and forgetting about my life.
there is a rapper I need to show you actually.
Yeah.
Like after you say that, yes.
Oh no.
He's actually
I don't
pretty
know how I
good.
feel about this.
He's like, have you ever heard of Tom McDonald before?
He's really
That's
cool.
more up your alley there.
Oh,
I don't listen to political music, dude. I think you know
That's a
that,
little
like,
too
But
much
you know
for
who
me.
I'm talking about.
Unfortunately, I do too.
No. This is.
I mean, he does have some good stuff out.
Um.
I'm not.
You
gonna
guys
deny.
remember when that, like, I don't know, there was a guy named like Oliver Anthony
Yes,
that came out
yes.
like a couple years ago,
He's
and
still out.
Is he?
He's still making music.
couldn't tell you.
Oh, I listen.
'Cause it came out when
I'm a
that-
fan.
It came out when the like, oh, Try That in a Small Town came out.
Mhm.
I don't know. I don't remember
Fuck
who made
Jason
that.
Aldean.
But I remember somebody was like,
Give me Oliver any day.
yeah, give me Kendrick Lamar.
Halftime show.
Yeah,
Yeah.
halftime show. That was political.
Sure was.
That's
No,
so good,
so
It sure was.
well, somebody like who is like very different politically lining than I am showed me that song, that like Oliver Anthony song,
Mhm.
and we like both agreed on a lot. And then he showed me the like Try That in a Small Town song, and he was
Oh,
like
what
making
an
fun of it
idiot.
the whole time. And I'm like, well, I don't care about either of these. Like, I really, like, what are you trying to get at here?
Try That in a
Just trying
Small
to make
Town
it-
is so overplayed compared to like the Anthony Oliver like
Yeah,
song. Like I connect more with it.
man, that
And me-
Anthony song was dope.
And me coming
Like,
from
that came out of nowhere.
actually
He's
coming
like-
from a small
yeah.
town, it's like I can relate to the small town song,
yeah,
but I can relate more to the Anthony Oliver song.
yeah,
And then like a few of my favorite rappers like drop remixes of that song. So it's like
the Oliver Anthony song.
yes, which
Okay.
I should probably show you actually.
Yeah, no, I've heard a lot of like remixes to it.
Like, There was
A ton
one,
of 'em.
There was
There were a
one
lot of
banger.
'em.
Like there's one artist that I need to go get tattooed on me.
oh God, okay, that's
So that
epic.
good.
Yeah.
That good. Like he's one artist that I've like seen like 4 or 5 times. That's just like
Yeah.
I should probably go get tattooed.
See,
Mhm.
I'm just
like
happy
I
that
have a bunch of like artist logos across.
yeah, you have Wu-Tang on here.
I got Wu-Tang.
Wu-Tang is like one of the best like
ICP,
political artists that I actually
Yeah.
like.
Grateful
but yeah.
Dead, strange music. You know.
Yeah, you have like the bear in there. Yeah.
Yeah. I got it all. Like I'm gonna add a Chris Webby. I'm gonna add Slipknot.
Yeah,
Like,
Webby's
I
a good
listen
one.
to
Slipknot's pretty good.
like full broadcast of music. So
Mhm.
it's like you're never
Yeah.
gonna like surprise. Like you ask me to like surprise you, I'm gonna surprise you.
Yeah.
What's your most recent tattoo?
I can't show that one on camera
Like
because
covered up a dick, I think. Yeah.
No, that's not my most recent
Not
one.
the dictopus?
No,
Oh, man.
no,
Okay.
not
all
my
right.
jellyfish. No.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, the jellyfish. Sorry, my bad.
But
yeah.
I got
Common mistake.
I got-
Dictopus, octopus.
I got one on my
yeah.
thigh like recently. That's like the 4 main characters of South Park. It's
Okay,
like
yeah.
Kyle,
Oh, okay.
Kyle, Stan, Kenny, and Cartman.
Why can't you
Mhm.
show that?
Because I don't want to pull up my shorts.
Oh, he's white.
I am white.
Hey, I would say we're in Wisconsin. we're wearing pants half the year. It's hard sometimes.
Hey, but it's warm outside right now, so I'm wearing shorts. So
Wait,
like,
why are we
I
I'm
could,
pushing then?
also wearing shorts.
I
Yeah,
probably,
it's
I
30
probably,
degrees,
I probably
dude.
could show it.
It's 30 or 40
It's not my butt.
degrees.
It's not my butt tattoo. Like I can
It's
show
not,
it.
not
it's
my
not your
name.
tramp stamp.
Your name, yeah.
Oh, man.
I've made so much money off that tattoo.
What is your rapper name?
I totally forgot.
Yeah, you thought you would get away?
Yeah, I thought
He's like, I thought I'd get away
I thought
with
I
that
redirected
too, you
it
rotten
successfully.
kids.
So-
He thought he got
I
me
would
with
have
my
gotten
butt
away with it
tattoo.
too.
Your
My butt tattoo.
You thought it was a good distraction, Ryan.
I'll have to try better
I've
next
already
time.
seen it.
I don't even know if he's even known about that tattoo.
No, I haven't.
No, what's your rapper name though? I don't care about the
Avoid the story.
butt
Should I
tattoo.
just-
I don't care about that. We've heard that before. The podcast has heard it.
He hasn't heard it.
Yeah. After pod.
Don't worry, I'll show you.
Should I just go and take inspiration from Bass and just go smallmouth?
Smallmouth, that's your rapper name?
Yeah, I'm not rapping. My mouth stays shut.
He's like, I'm not,
you will not find me on SoundCloud, so I'll save it
he's
for
like,
these
I'm
two
not
gentlemen.
going to be on SoundCloud.
I'll be the hype man in the back.
What kind of rapper are you? Not on SoundCloud? You're not Ghost? You're not, you're like, what do you mean?
I'm really underground. You will not
Not ripping
find me.
lips, not nothing. Like
Nah, you find me on the way underground.
ripping lips, bro. That would be a rapper name.
That'd be a good name. Well, Smallmouth,
Ripping lips, bro.
Smallmouth
Ribbons
reminds
will
me
be
of that
pretty
Netflix show I don't like. Smallmouth reminds me of that Netflix show I
The
don't
Big
like.
Mouth.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking. I'm like, that's why I didn't go with Big Mouth. I'm like,
Let's
I don't
not
want to
do
do
that.
that.
Oh, so you're the little Dicky. Oh.
Yeah, you're Lil Mouth. Can't quite fit
Cool,
it in.
setting hooks.
Setting Hooks. That's a good name. That could be like your country singer
Yeah.
name.
Well, I was gonna say, I feel like I had it. My entire team has been fishing so far, so I
Young
feel like
Hooks.
I guess I'm like Post Malone now. I'm doing country rap. So
Dude, everybody's doing country rap. That's the next big genre.
I'm okay with it. I'm okay.
I
with
like it. To be honest, I'm a
Yeah.
fan.
Like,
Jelly Roll, like David
Jelly
Morris.
Roll,
You gave me,
Jamie
Post
Ray,
Malone,
Post Malone.
Morgan Wallen.
He's the country side of the rap.
Mhm.
Like that's not
Yeah.
the rap.
But
Like,
it's like he's like the featured artist.
I
He's
mean,
always there.
give me
Like Shelton.
Lil Nas and Billy Ray in Old
Okay.
Town Road.
I
like-
can't
Yeah.
believe that song came out like a decade
Like,
ago.
Yeah,
give me that. That's
I was listening to that at my high school prom. So
no
crazy.
way.
Yeah.
No, why not?
I feel so full with that.
He's
Yeah.
like, what? You're like 24, 23?
I'm 22.
Yeah, so you're a little bit younger than
Yeah.
me too.
I feel so fucking old.
Yeah, sorry to age you guys like that, but
Yeah. No, there's a lot to that though. Like hanging
Mm-hmm.
out with people that are like way older than you, I feel like you just like get more knowledge.
Mhm.
I feel so
All
old.
my
yeah, you
friends
gotta
are like
respect
in
the
their-
elders.
Dude, all my friends are like 40. Like,
I'm close. I'm close.
Yeah.
I'm close. I'm getting there.
like, you know, and I feel like there's a lot of I feel like younger generations like completely forget how much you can learn from just like
Mhm.
talking to your grandparents. You know?
Well, so much of that now is people just going.
I don't know how
internet when
much
they
I
wanna
can
figure out
learn.
something.
Yeah, but the internet's like wrong usually. And
Yeah,
it's
I'm
like,
not
okay,
disagreeing
well,
with
hold
that.
I know
up, yeah.
how they feel. I don't know if I can agree with that with
Mhm.
my grandparents.
Huh,
Like they
yeah.
see some sort of way,
Yeah,
and I'm not
I'm,
gonna.
I'm
bring,
leaning. I'm leaning
I'm-
towards how he's
I'm not gonna
thinking.
bring
There's
myself.
almost a thing to that though. Like your
But, like-
grandparents have like so much knowledge in like just foresight and like how people
Okay,
interact.
for an example,
Okay,
but for real,
we're gonna get canceled.
no. My grandparents are
He's
right.
like about to do a racism. No,
Yeah.
Bill
Yeah.
Gates and George Soros, and yeah, like I want control. I need more money. I need to do
and
more.
bed toast. And
Yeah, like
yeah.
I need to use fear to like manipulate my
Mhm.
opponents and manipulate the general
Zuckerberg,
population, and yeah.
Elon Musk.
And I
Yeah,
think there's
yeah.
like a really good vibe shift happening where like even Zuckerberg,
or Musk. Yeah.
he's a great example. Zuckerberg goes on testosterone, starts
Yeah.
starts
What's up with
wrestling,
that?
doing
Yes,
like
yes.
taekwondo,
No, yes,
starts
yes.
doing like rolling jujitsu.
Challenges Musk to a
and,
fight.
and then
like,
all of
yes.
a sudden he's like kind
Yes.
of more like I don't know based quote unquote, like he's just like hey,
Thanks, Dana White.
you know, so I'm more like open to free speech now. That's cool. Like where
We
that
like free
comes from,
speech.
and that might be his PR team telling him to do exactly what the people are thinking. But
Fair.
The fact that
he's
he's
a
doing
big
it though.
character, and people are like
The fact that he's
associating.
listening to his crew,
you know,
like, right.
Mhm.
Like he's like the Bruce Banner of our world, right? Like he all of a sudden went Hulk, and now he's like kind of based. Right? Elon Musk, Iron Man. Donald Trump, Captain America. Kanye West, Black Panther. Like you kind of have,
I don't know.
you had your dream team completely set up there.
and we circle back around.
Diddy the Riddler.
their dreams.
You know?
Yeah, nobody likes the Riddler. The Diddler.
You mean I was saying you mean the diddler?
You guys have a great rest of your night. B tier pod. If you haven't already, click that subscribe button. Click that notification bell down below. We're gonna cut half of this, but that's okay.
No, we're not.
We're probably not gonna cut.
Whoever makes it
April,
makes
happy
it.
March, wherever we're at. You guys have a good one. Ryan, the guest, on right now, and
Been a
Philip.
pleasure.
as a host. Me as a host.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Sometimes-
host status.
Sometimes I'm a guest on my own pod.
Yeah.
Actually, we've like deemed the white Mike is the main character of the show.